sir saying her height might be different. So I'll take only 5 minutes of your time. I know it's Dr. Jitendra Singh's day, and I'll take only 5 minutes. It's a great honor and privilege to welcome you all to the MVCON 2026, a significant platform dedicated to advancing clinical excellence, research and innovation in diabetes care. At the outset, I extend our deepest gratitude to our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Jitendra Singh, for graciously accepting our invitation. I didn't even go to Delhi to meet him, but he came. He gave me a call and he came, and that shows the interest he has in the institution. He is now the Minister of State, Independent Charge for Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, and Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office. He has played a pivotal role in strengthening India's scientific ecosystem. His leadership has been instrumental in promoting translational research, fostering innovation, and supporting national health initiatives, including the expansion of biotechnology and medical research. It's a matter of immense pride for us to confer upon him the Lifetime Achievement Award this afternoon, in recognition of his outstanding stewardship and valuable contributions. And he's come here today just to receive this Lifetime Achievement Award and not for any other reason. He studied in Sydney Medical College, which is my alma mater, and sir, which is my alma mater also. He is a professor of diabetes and endocrinology, and he is an active member of the Research Society of Study of Diabetes I was the national president, and he was a life member. He is still a patron of the RSDI, and he took part in the past present meeting held in Delhi 2 months ago by Dr. S. V. Madhu. We are going to release a book on early diagnosis of diabetic kidney disease, which is planned, and the book on diabetic foot is being planned for Sunday. We have 10 copies, so we won't be able to sell the product today, but we'll release it today. And it's been written mostly by Dr. Shivashankari, and early diagnosis of diabetic kidney disease, and there have been many contributors to that book. We also have the launching of the She Mind. It's a dedicated initiative focusing on women's emotional well-being, which is the most ignored feature among women professionals, homemakers in the current healthcare delivery system. Or people in the She Mind project, about which Vaishnavi will talk about in 2 minutes. For 2 minutes only, she'll be talking about the She Mind. Over the next 3 days, the MVCON 2026 will feature a rich scientific program along with live surgery, videos, workshops, bringing together leading experts, clinicians and researchers from across the country. Though through deliberations, knowledge exchange and collaboration, we aim to strengthen further our collective efforts in addressing the growing burden of diabetes and its complications. I thank all our faculty, delegates and organizing team, media for their encouragement and valuable contribution. Wishing everyone a productive and enriching experience in the next 3 days. Thank you very much.
So I immediately called up. I said, now we have not reached that stage that you have to come and invite me. I have received your message, I'll come over. And I remember it's been so much of togetherness all these decades. Once we were there, I think in Bhubaneswar when the super cyclone happened and all the delegates had run away. So we were few of us. And next day I asked Vijay, we should go and see the Konark temple. Why it has not turned upside down when everything else is. So there also we were together. So it's been a lifetime journey, and to be acknowledged by someone who's seen you working has a different kind of a satisfaction. Dr. Narsingan, as you were saying, I could take liberty with him even on the dining table because as a fellow Stanleyan, we had a different kind of bonhomie and different kind of candidness. He was assistant professor there, and then of course turned over and joined this institution. But wherever he's gone, he's been an asset and a great researcher. And so I was glad to see him as the dean over here. Now, as far as the Lifetime Achievement Award is concerned, actually it happens when you have exhausted everything else. So as Vijay was saying, I now also become patron of RSSDI. We were very few. In fact, from North we were hardly any. In our generation I was the only one, and among seniors we had Professor M.M.S. Ahuja. And that too because he had a Madras connection, because he was an alumnus of Madras Medical College, then became a founding faculty of AIIMS New Delhi. And even there also he was known as Madrasi Ahuja, because though being a shaved Sikh, he was more comfortable being among Tamilians. So that is how this small group started. But I have to honestly thank my mentors, teachers. Though we didn't have the opportunity to be directly mentored by Professor Viswanathan, but his colleagues like Professor Sam G.P. Moses, B.B. Tripathi, M.M.S. Ahuja, later on Professor Zeshaya, they virtually did the hand holding for me because there was no reason. I didn't come with a legacy, and for an unknown boy coming from a peripheral part of the country, they gave me a generous indulgence and offered me hand holding and enabled me to reach the center stage of medical academics. It wouldn't have been possible otherwise. Though all of us have learned to work hard, to be focused, to be good learners. If you don't, you can't. When we started off in medicine, in MBBS, in Stanley, we were told by our seniors, if you read syphilis, you read medicine. Dr. Narsingan will bear me out because syphilis would affect every organ, starting from primary, secondary, tertiary, up to neurosyphilis, cardiac. By the time we joined post-graduation, the dictum was, if you read diabetes, you read medicine. You read nephropathy. And by that time, and now, and then gradually from the communicable disease, we graduated into non-communicable disease. And I remember somebody wrote a lighter piece in Japi saying that now India has graduated into an era of civilized diseases. We don't die of tuberculosis, we die of a heart attack. But today, after this COVID and AIDS, we are beset with both. And now if you have to tell a youngster what to read everything. It's neither syphilis nor diabetes. But luckily you have the AI to help you read. So it's been a beautiful journey for my generation to see this transition happening. And in fact, when we were undergraduates, precisely that time the ultrasound happened, the CT scan happened. So things were getting introduced. Gradually the textbooks changed over from Britain to US. Our prized textbook of medicine was abundant, went over to Harrison. Then Harrison also so many volumes, and so on and so on later on, whether it was Jocelyn and others. So I think it's been a transition. Now of course you don't even look at the book. You have this gadget in your pocket and you pick it up. But it wouldn't have been possible, because of these teachers, these mentors, they virtually carried the student in their pocket, which possibly is not possible today for so many reasons. And the dictum those days was that the guide has to carry the student whom he is guiding, whether it's the MD, whether it's thesis or the DM, the guide has to carry the student in his pocket. And we were actually carried in the pocket. So that is how we could also engage in networking. And secondly, I think it is the patient's trust. Though I have stopped I'm not sitting in my clinic after I came into the government because I thought that will be impropriety. But it is quite a touching moment when I see some patient bringing a laminated prescription saying that he is still falling. So which means that we have tried to live up to, so we cannot repay all these teachers. Nobody can repay Dr. Viswanathan and all the other, these big stalwarts. But I think the maximum we can do in our modest ways to be to our students what they were to us. They had nothing to gain from us, we had nothing to offer them. And still, we were patronized, we were groomed. If the same attitude we can adopt for our students, I think if not wholly, a very small fraction we can repay to these great stalwarts. And thirdly, I have also to mention that it's a very gratifying moment to see the third generation. Because having grown up with the family is so gratifying, and they've taken over so beautifully. They have a very tall order to live up to. It's a rich legacy, and a rich legacy is a big responsibility also and a big challenge also. At the same time, a big opportunity also. So I'm sure seeing these bright boys and the daughter here, I think she was there some time back. I am going back quite reassured that the institute and this legacy has a very bright future, even in the generations to come. Vijay, I can't thank you anymore, and I had to be there if you called me, regardless of award or not, because it's been such a deep, lifelong relationship which cannot be replaced, and the kind of public life that we are in, the relationships change overnight depending upon the expediency of the situation. But these are the ones which stay back, and I'm so glad, and thank you Dr. Narasimhan also, and Dr. Muruganathan has been our sartorial model. We cannot match his sartorial sense, dress sense, but we truly feel inspired. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.